Hey guys, welcome back to Screen Orb. Today we'll talk about bar rescue owners who got punked by Jon Taffer. Let's head into it. Number 10, punched, drunk, and trailer trashed. The O-Face Bar. A restaurant is a great place for a first job, but it can be awful when the managers and staff don't care. In the O-Face Bar, this was the case, as the staff got drunk, started fighting with each other, and much worse. The food was not edible, the mixing glasses were broken, and a physical battle broke out once Jon put them to the test. And the worst part, the family were these people. In the end, for the first time in history, Jon decided to walk away and recommend counseling to everyone. The owner was arrested 2 years later on suspicion of abuse, so it's pretty clear why the O-Face Bar is permanently closed. Number 9, Yo Ho Ho and a Bottle of Dumb, Pirates Tavern. In the opinion of some individuals, this is one of the best episodes to date because it involves a pirate-themed bar. It must have been comical for Jon to approach this one, as the people who worked there took it seriously. They were into it, 100%, from their uniforms to their mannerisms. Obviously, the whole idea was not doing well, so the reason Mr. Taffer was there in the first place was he tried to turn it into a more modern bro bar called Corporate, but that didn't go too well with the employees and the owners in the end. In reality, one of the staff members ended up quitting because he couldn't talk like a pirate, and the owners eventually returned to the pirate-themed bar. A short time later, it closed for good. Number 8, Bro Bars and Bacon, Underground Wonder Bar. This jazz bar has been in business in Chicago for over 20 years, so some would say it has a pretty good track record, but everything changed once it moved to a different neighborhood. The owner was a hippie who was known 4 nights a week for her distinctive piano jazz, complete with a squealing chorus. She was vegan too, so when bacon was introduced on the new menu, it was confusing. It reopened as a craft cocktail joint that mingled with the masses and was not happy with the owner. She eventually asked Jon if he would dye his hair like a child while coloring on a placement, and later used sign language to tell her child some adult-related words about Jon. Number 6, the one with Taffer's wife, Sandbar. Sandbar was once a renowned Vegas blues bar, an establishment that had fans like Etta James before closing in the 1970s. This bar got a second chance thanks to a passionate OBGYN. It wasn't doing well, unfortunately, and that's where Jon came in. He turned the bar into a place where patrons could get cocktails inspired by beer and named it after the zip code for New Mexico. All of this seemed fairly normal until Jon's wife started to be creepy to the bar owner. He compared her arm to another part of her body that was more private, and Jon got wind of it and flipped the OBGYN. A place is a time, but it's definitely not in a bar. Number 5, Shamrocks and Shenanigans, Molly Malone's. It was hard for Bob Isaacson to manage the bar, and it wasn't as easy as Cheers made it appear, so he brought in his girlfriend to help him out. Until their relationship got strained, it seemed like an easy decision. On top of that, he was not respected by his staff, and conversations often turned into fights. And the worst part, the bar was losing revenue of $6,000 a month, which is never a good sign. There was basically no management. The bar lacked any kind of identity, and jobs were not taken seriously. It seemed that Jon and his team helped guide the team back to their primary goal and gave the bar a makeover and renamed it Waypoint Saloon. Number 4, Owner on the Run, The Original Hideout. The original hideout in Tucson, Arizona was owned by 2 brothers. The main issue was that one of the brothers owed $300,000 in debt, could not seem to keep up. The overwhelming weight on the shoulders of these 2 brothers was enormous, but it's what some business owners have to endure. Raul, the older brother, couldn't seem to shake the stress and anxiety, and during filming, he literally ran away. As these brothers were completely in over their heads, it was a sad scene. Number 3, Too Many Managers, Not Enough Man, Pros Sports Bar. Jon realized in this episode that there was an abundance of on-site executives, which is not required. They all seemed to have an agenda of their own, but the one thing they saw eye to eye was that the owner was having a hard time. It's not a good sign when the owner can't manage his own employees successfully, and Jon saw this right away. It was a painful episode to watch. From their attitudes towards reconciliation addition to the constant argument, the bar has now been called BR Steak since the show, and it is still in business. Number 2, raccoons and a tacky smoking jacket. Casey's Bar. Originally a private smokers club in a VFW above a bingo hall, the first business task was to get the pesky rodents and livestock out of the ceiling. Jon took it upon himself to go with that vibe and stamped a speakeasy theme on it instead, as there was no way around the smoky room. The pool table was used as a buffet table, as if there wasn't much going on already, and later on in the episode, an actual raccoon ran across the bar and relieved himself. Reality TV is known for being staged, but who knows it really? Number 1, not cleared for takeoff. The airliner. An old LA. The lucky winner for this episode was the music venue, and it needed major help. The inside and outside were falling into disrepair, and, oddly enough, the owner didn't seem to mind a bit. It's surprising that the owner would even agree that Jon would come in and work his magic, but it happened, at least. It's still open to this day, so Jon, after all, must have sparked some passion for the owner. What did you think about these bar rescue owners? Who got punked by Jon Taffer the hardest? Let us know in the comments section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.